Welcome back, everyone. I am the Educated Natural. Welcome back to my channel. I am super excited to see you all here today. It is an honor to be with you, and I am so appreciative of all the inbox messages I've received about today's topic, and it has been a journey to be with you all today, but I am honored and I thank God for the opportunity. To all of you all that's new here, welcome to my channel. I'm the Educated Natural. Look around, make yourself comfortable, and if you really want to get into it, grab yourself a pen and paper and get ready, because today's topic is probably going to hit a lot of people. And let me say from the very beginning, if you have soft feelings, you might want to just put this thing on mute because we're not holding any punches. We never do. But sometimes I just have to put that disclaimer out there, especially to the new people that's new here, and let them know we don't sugarcoat anything over here. We tell what my shirt says, the unadulterated truth. Period. Point blank. That's what I do. For I am the Educated Natural. For all of my returning subscribers and visitors, thank you for being here. You already know how I do. I want to say hello to you and welcome you in yet again. Thank you for being here. Hello, Tay. Hello, she is Sunshine. Man, that's hard to say today for some reason. Thank you, She is Sunshine, for being here. Thank you, DJ Ron, the mechanic, for being here. It's so great to see you as well. Listen. While you are here, just in case you're new, and just in case you may have forgotten since the last time we saw each other, you know my motto. While you are here on the Educated Natural channel, I can guarantee you this, and that is I will never leave you uneducated. Just can't do it. It's not in me. However, while you are here, I need you to do something. I need you to understand that while you are here watching my content, whether I'm live or in any video that I may drop, know this: if you sit here and you listen, you will learn something. And if you are able to learn anything from me, my friend, you have just been educated. All right? I need you to keep that at the front of your mind while you are here with me today. My goal is always to educate you on a topic. So don't think you're going to come over here and we're going to be having any kind of fluff. My goal is to educate you on something that's going to make you a better person, that's going to help you increase in your wealth, whether it's a wealth of knowledge or actual monetary wealth. It's to increase you in some way, and it's never to decrease you. That's for them other channels out there. But while you are here with the Educated Natural, my goal is to elevate you and truly help you find your way through this business journey and through life. You have sacrificed so much. Many of you have gone through so many things. And I want to make sure that you have a place where you can safely lay your head and you can ask your questions and not feel small in comparison to anybody that's here. You are great. And because you are great, I want to take the time as the Educated Natural to make sure that greatness that is within you shines through every single day by educating you on the exact things that could possibly be hurting you. So welcome in, everyone. I am so glad to have you here. Hello, Micro Farmer. Thank you for being here. Now, as you can see by today's topic, we're going to be talking about your reputation. Baby, let me tell you. Some of you have a reputation that's stellar, great. Doesn't matter who I talk to. It doesn't matter who I ask about you about. They have nothing but positive things to say about you. Now, I know everybody in here, you're thinking, that's me, that's me, that's me. Everybody loves me. Well, that may or may not be true. We sometimes as business owners and as individuals, we would love for that to be true, but sometimes that's not always true. So today I want to kind of really zone in on reputation, your business reputation, especially. Many people that follow me are entrepreneurs, business owners, CEOs, they have many goals as far as business goes. And so as I've sat back over the last few months during my whole moving process, I had a lot of opportunity to listen to a lot of content. I went into various communities that I'm not familiar with to find some new faces, learn a few new things, and just see what's going on in the marketplace of business. And when I tell you, a lot of the conversations and the content that I was able to consume surprised me, to say the least. Hello, King Morgan. Thank you for being here. Tell Queen I said, hey. But a lot of the things that I was hearing from other people made me think of this one word. And that one word is reputation. A lot of people's reputation is preceding them. And sadly to say, it's not positive. There are a lot of people who I have no idea who these people are. I don't follow them on social media. I have never consumed their content. And I'm getting inbox messages from people that do follow these individuals that's saying, Tien, listen, let me tell you something. There's this content creator you need to be aware of. Don't even go over there. Don't say hello. Don't even go over there. It's bad for business. And so I'm thinking, okay, I don't know who you're talking about, no idea, but why do you say such a thing about this content creator? And then they'll start sharing the stories of how they either work with them or they didn't like something they said while they were live streaming and stuff like this. And it's just all negative, negative, negative. So I wanted to come today to tell you all, especially those of you that create content, beware of your reputation out here, whether it's online or in any type of public venue. People are talking about a lot of different people in a lot of different sectors. And you could be walking around here thinking, oh, I'm good. It's all good over here with me. But not realizing that your reputation has preceded you. Now, let's talk about your business reputation. There are a lot of CEOs, like I mentioned before, that follow me and that listen to my content. But there are a lot of them that have had failed relationships, whether it's personal relationships or business relationships, or kind of a commingling of both, right? What has happened is a lot of people don't understand, or maybe they don't even think about the fact that once that relationship goes belly up, tears apart, an argument ensues, or whatever happens. Once that happens, all it takes is either for the people to see it unfold online, whether it happened during a live stream, doing a video recording, doing somebody else's live stream, maybe y'all were both up there and something happened. It causes a stir in the viewership. And people are like either taken aback, like what in the world's going on? Everybody's shocked. And it causes a lot of chit chatter. So what happens is now people that used to love everybody and used to get along, what has happened as a repercussion of that is a lot of people are talking. Everybody's kind of backing away like, yo, I thought they were cool, but whoa, did you see what happened? So all of these things kind of start happening in the marketplace. And if you are a CEO and you're selling products or services, or you're launching courses, or you're trying to build a team, or you're trying to expand in any way, that negative talk has now followed you. And I think CEOs forget this. They forget the golden rule, which is whatever you do publicly can follow you forever. And you may sit there and say, hey, that was nothing but a thing, whatever, forget them. They said forget you, and y'all kind of went your separate ways, but the damage has already been done. And if you are a CEO, you have to have that in the forefront of your mind. You have to understand that whatever you do publicly, especially if it's a lot of people there to witness it, and especially if it's on video, it could follow you. That impacts your reputation as a business owner, and as a result, could impact your sales. I mean, you are running a business, right? And the key goal of running a business is to make sales, to make money. That can be all negatively impacted. So what I want my fellow CEOs to know today is be mindful of what you're doing. Be mindful of what you're saying. Be very mindful of how you're carrying yourself in a public sector, because it will follow you. You will think you're the coolest person since the earth was formed. But if you have in the streets, as we say, publicly, a lot of people saying negative things about you, it could negatively impact you. Now, if you're the type of CEO that's like, hey, this is how I'm going to build my future. This is how I'm going to build my channel. This is what I do. Hey, do your thing. But I wanted to bring it to everyone's attention. Your reputation in these streets may not be as positive as you think it is. And you could try to overcome it. And it could be an uphill battle for you if you get that negative connotation attached to yourself, to your business. Let's say you had a bad business dealing that happened that could follow you. Let's say somebody says, hey, I bought this product. You know how we do. We as content creators, we'll do an unboxing. We'll do a review. And you could get that product and you could completely bash that product. What does that do to that CEO? If that CEO don't immediately jump on and try to fix it and do a rebuttal video or some kind of way to try to fix this, that one experience could follow you for the rest of your career or even your life. It could follow you for a very long time. And you have to think about that. So let me welcome a lot of people that's coming in now. Hi, Wellness with Frugal Mama. Hello, thank you for being here. What's up, Passionately Intrigued Arts? Thank you for being here. So I really want you guys to talk back to me about this. I want you to share your experiences with me. A business owner that you're like, look, everything that glitters is not gold, 10. It's not as pleasant over there as one may think. This has been my experience. I ain't saying name names. You can do that for your own channel. I ain't saying drop names. I'm just saying, we as CEOs, we as entrepreneurs, sometimes we have to have these heart-to-heart talks and be real, because I personally struggled how I was going to do today's show. I was like, do I keep it very professional? Give all this advice, give all these examples, or do I just do what my shirt says, give y'all the unadulterated truth? Are we going to talk or we going to talk? I always tell people I can talk to you in various ways. I can talk to you like we're in a Fortune 500 company board meeting. I can dress the part. I can do the lingo. Or I can talk to you like we out here on the street corner. We're at a backyard barbecue. We can take it there too. How do you want it? So I would love to hear from you all. Let's see what everybody's saying. Let me catch up here. Yes, DJ Ron. Reputation is huge. And I need people to understand just how huge it is. Let's see. She is Sunshine says, sadly, people don't realize the importance of reputation. So true. Personal reputation can affect you business-wise at all levels, not even just the CEO. Facts. Many have messed up and found themselves jobless. Amen to that. Absolutely, she is Sunshine. A lot of people have found themselves in a world of hurt and trouble because of how badly their reputation has been damaged. You're absolutely right. Did I miss anyone else? I'm trying to go up real quick here. Let's see. If I miss you, just say hey again so I can catch up with you. Hey, one virtuous woman and one vigilant watchman. Thank you for being here. E-Money, what's up, champ? How you doing? God's Construction said, let's be at the backyard barbecue. That's what I'm talking about. I like you. Yes, absolutely. Now, at the backyard barbecue, y'all know we say what we gonna say, and we say it with our whole chest. We don't hold nothing. We don't sugarcoat nothing. We the people that come out and rip the Band-Aid off, take all your skin off and everything. We do not care. We just say it the way we say it. And if that's how you want it, then that's how you're going to get it. You're right, guys. Construction. Thank you for being here. Jobless and blackball. Absolutely. A lot of people have lost their jobs because they come online, they shoot a video, they act a complete fool, and then wonder why when they go back to work on Monday, the boss is giving them a notice. If they do that. And the family is turning up their nose and everybody's embarrassed, and it's just all because that reputation. I knew a lady when I grew up, she had a very bad reputation. So bad, no woman in the neighborhood wanted her to be in their house. Definitely didn't want her to be around their man or their children because you didn't know what was about to come out of her mouth or come off of her body. In that reputation. I didn't know this lady, but when I met her by hearing so many conversations from other people, oh yeah, that's another thing. Word of mouth can definitely destroy your reputation from other people. And when I finally met this lady as I got older, that was still in the back of my head about this woman. And so I was like, oh man, that's the woman my mom and a bunch of her friends was talking about, and it was just crazy. That's that lady. So it was always in my mind about this woman. I didn't know this lady, but it's that reputation of what was happening in the streets and what was being said about her. It followed her. It preceded her. And so I want everyone to know that we have to be careful when we do whatever we're doing. Whenever we say things, we have to be careful about what we're saying. And we have to be mindful of that. So let's be clear. If you are a CEO, if you're running a business, if you're selling products, whatever it is you're doing, if you're a content creator especially, be mindful of how you carrying yourself publicly. These things will follow you. Hi, my Renaissance grandma. Thank you for being here. Hi, Pow Pow. Thank you for being here. You don't want that to be your reputation, Pow Pow. You don't want that to be your reputation. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because there are some people that will hold on to that. You can have a change of, a change of heart. And you can say, you know what? I'm no longer going to be causing trouble. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be polite. But people could possibly still hold you to that. You don't want that. You don't want that following you. See? There you go, Pow Pow. I'm so glad you were joking. You don't want that because we have enough troublemaker. If you scroll up in the chat, you will see one that's trying to have this football talk in the middle of this discussion. This ain't football talk right now. Govern yourself accordingly, sir. So I'm not even going to call you out. I'm just going to say you know who you are. And everybody can see who you are. So I'm not going to call you out. But this is not that type of conversation. Because you, my friend, have a reputation too. In these streets. So you might want to be mindful and govern yourself accordingly, sir. Because some of us, including you, have a reputation that has preceded them. So we got to be careful. These things will follow us. Tell them, passionately intrigued darts. Tell them, govern yourselves accordingly, sir. Watch that. What you doing? But yeah. So recently I happened to be, like I said, kind of strolling through the YouTube streets and different social media platforms such as IG, Instagram. And I guess a fight between content creators broke out, or argument or something. I don't know these people. And everyone was just talking about it. Everybody seemed to be picking sides. Like I said, I don't know these people. I don't know what was going on. You know how sometimes you get caught up in the algorithm of just YouTube and things just automatically play. And for some reason, this automatically played in my headphones while I was cooking. And I was like, what is this happening in my ear? Who are these people? I didn't even know who the original person that was talking about it was. But I knew who they were talking about because they said the name. And I was like, wait a minute. I've consumed their content before. What are y'all talking about? There is no way they're talking about who I think they're talking about. And so I continued to listen, and so I can kind of connect the dots to see if my thoughts were correct. And I guess I must have been wrong as two love shoes, because it seems the persona that the person gives off online is not this other person or people's experience with this person. So it's this big, huge going on right now. And I'm like, wait a minute. So it even confirmed to me that we need to talk about reputations. We need to talk about how we carry ourselves publicly, especially on platforms such as YouTube and Instagram. We need to really be mindful of how we're carrying ourselves. Hey, David Corey with Crop. Thank you for being here. Anyone else I may have missed? Nope, that's it. And so I really want to hear from y'all. Like, how important is reputation to you individually? Like, is it something you ever think about? Is it something you need to work on? Because there have been a few names of people that I do follow that have not come back positively. And I'm not a person that gets into rumors and all that kind of stuff. No, I'd rather just sit back and watch you silently so I can see, like this versus thing, what I perceive, what you show, what you teach, what you sell, whatever, versus what's being said. Because sometimes you have to go into these places secretively and listen. Don't say anything, just sit back and listen and see what people are actually saying about you. Because let's just be real, since we're at the backyard barbecue, not everybody's going to like you. Point blank, I don't care what you offer. I don't care. You could be sweet as pie. You can be knowledgeable. You can have enough proof in your pudding to show everybody you about that. And you're all that in a bag of chips. There's going to be somebody somewhere that's going to say something about you that's not going to be highly favored. There's going to be someone that's going to be somewhere that's going to either be jealous, envy, all of those words when it comes to you. They're just not going to like you. There are people right now that the day you was born, they ain't like you. They didn't like you. All because you were born. There are people right now that has a house full of boys. Oh, they have nothing but sons. And your mother was the first person in the neighborhood to have a baby girl. And everybody was just, oh, the baby, ever since you was born. That mother over there don't like you because you a girl. Because you was born and she didn't have a girl and you a girl and everybody seems to love you and everybody keeps saying your name. There is somebody like that right now saying, I don't like her. She always thought she was better than her. You have never in your life done anything to anybody, but there's always going to be somebody that have something to say negative to you. Just don't like you because they just don't like you. You cannot allow that to impact you. You can allow that. Hey, who is that? That Miss Cheryl Faulkner. Hey, thank you for being. I'm glad you're here too. Hey, Carmen Q, great to see you. Where you been? It's great to see you. We just talking in here. We just talking about reputation. And I'm telling you, there are people right now that just don't like you. There's nothing you've done. They just don't like you. I personally have people that do not like me because of my skin color. It's not like I picked this skin color. It's not like I created it myself. Okay? But there are people who just find the most asinine reason not to like a person. And you'll be sitting there like, I don't know why they don't like me. But here is something a wise lady told me many years ago when I was a teenage girl. She said, baby, you have to get to a place in your life where you outgrow the opinions of other people. And I have held on to that throughout my entire adulthood, especially when I hear people say things that aren't true, or people just come up with these assumptions about me or perceptions about me. I'm like, you know what? She told me a long time ago, you have to outgrow the opinions of other people. Then recently, a TikToker, I believe it was, came up with this slogan that says, that's a them problem. It ain't got nothing to do with you. That's a them problem. And so to me, that confirmed whatever people have to say about you, that's a them problem. Don't you take that on. If they want to have you as their problem, let them have you as their problem. Don't make what they say about you your problem. That's their problem. They need to go figure that out. Leave that to them. You continue to enjoy your life and bring as much positivity to the world and take as much positivity from the world as you can. You're on a mission and you don't have time to play around with small-minded people, especially if God has shown you that your legacy is supposed to be big, that you're supposed to think big. You're supposed to do big things. You do not have time to be worried about what small-minded people are saying about you. I will tell anybody, and I've said it since I was a young girl, you got something to say about me, say it to me. Let's have that discussion. If we agree to disagree, then fine. I'm going to be on the left side, you can be on the right side, and our paths should never cross. But if you're going to say it behind my back, be strong enough to bring it right here, right here, right here. I'm not hard to find, right here. So I wanted to kind of get that out there because there's been a lot of stuff that's going on in the social media streets where a lot of fussing and fighting over people and prestige and all this. This is a lot been going on. And I wanted today to tell people, whoa. Before you get online and start fussing, arguing with another person, hey, Coach Marymount, thank you for being here. Think about it. Do they pay your bills? Are you sleeping with them? Did they give you life? Are they going to help bury you when you die? You got to think about the bigger things in your life. And you have to determine, does what that person say really count towards anything actually to me? If I fall down right now out of this chair, is anybody in this entire world going to feel that but me? No. So it doesn't matter how they feel about me. As long as I know I'm doing the best I can according to the Father, and I'm pleasing him, that's all that matters. As long as my husband's taking care of my kids, that's all that matters. The opinions of other people does not matter. It's not your problem. It is their problem. Let them deal with that. Because some people will try to put their limitations on you. Some people are angry. Some people are mad. Some people are just disgruntled. Some people are arrogant. Some people think they know it all. And that's what they want to do, is come into your space where there's peace and you got everything together. Every I is dotted, every T is crossed, and they want to come into your space and cause a disruption. But it's up to you as the owner of that space to determine if you're going to allow them to do that or not. The moment you step down off of your pedestal, off of your throne, the area where you're ruling at, the moment you step down and you get into that ring with them, you become no better than them. You have to realize when you do this stuff publicly, everything you do from that moment on, when anger takes over, when you've had enough, when that stuff comes out of you, everybody's watching. So you have spent years building up this positive reputation. You have sold millions of products and courses and services, and you've made all these things, right? You made all these things. In that one moment, you could have just destroyed your entire reputation with people that probably in that chat was going to buy your products, but because of how you acted in that situation, they don't want no parts of you. They can't even tell people, oh yeah, I'm using this product. It does this for me. Or I took this course and it did this for me. And oh my goodness. You know why? Because of you. You just, in that moment, destroyed your whole reputation. They brought you out. They brought you to the table. Come on out here. Come on out here. You this, you that, blah, blah. Come on out here. And you done got so upset, so wrapped up in all of that. You done came down there. Now y'all about to go fisticuffs and everybody's looking at you thinking you just jeopardized it all. So now you got to spend from that moment after trying to fix your reputation. Do you know how hard it is? People always say, what they say, you only get get one shot to make a first impression, something like that. Do you know how hard it is to rebuild your reputation after you have come out of character? Do you know how many other people are standing on the sidelines watching you saying, wow, is that all it took? I thought they were stronger than that. And they just jeopardized everything. Business deals. I've seen people lose business deals because of their mouth, because of an argument. I've seen people that had business deals. The company said, yeah, we're no longer going to be able to do work with you. Because somebody that was sitting there watching you act a fool went and reported that to the company that they know you're doing business with. And the company saw that video and said, oh, no. We can't have that attached to our brand. Now, they can do that with their own brand, but their brand is now attached to ours, and we're not having that. They have to go. You just lost it. Why? Was it worth it? Was a simple argument like that worth it? We as CEOs have to think big. If you're building a legacy, you can't let nothing or no one jeopardize that. So let me check the chat. Let me stick with the chat. Let me see what's going on. Yes, guys, construction. It only takes moments to ruin and years to repair. You're preaching to the choir. Absolutely. A moment can ruin it, and it could take years for you to repair it. I know people right now still, it's been about 7 years for one of the instances that I know of. 7 years, they are still trying to dig themselves out the mud. For those of you that watch sports, look at how many athletes have done things in their past and they're still paying for it this day. I don't want to say no names. They ain't paying me. They can say their name. But if you watch sports, you know of certain athletes in a moment, they did something negative. And now, years later, they're still trying to dig up out that mud, man. No matter where they go, from various musical artists, same thing. No matter where they go, people keep bringing it up. They're like, man, that's been 20 years. They still bringing it up. They have tried to go above that, go above it, or around it, and go through it. They paid the price or whatever it is they did, and still people will not let it go. It's like it's permanently attached to them like their skin. That moment, that incident follows some people for the rest of their life. And you know how sad it's going to be when certain people pass away and people are going to be at their funeral. And even after the person that left this world, people still going to, when they talk about their story, yeah, he was the man that did, da, 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 da. Yeah, she was the woman that, da, 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 da. I'm like, dude, really? But as a CEO, as an entrepreneur, these are the things you have to think about, forward thinking. You have to think about what I say right now. How is that going to impact my tomorrow? Because it could. Because let's say if me and Miss Cheryl get into a whole verbal altercation and she's on live and I'll go up there and we start off good. Hey, how you doing? Blah, blah. And she says something that maybe I disagree with. And then we start having this banter back and forth and then it gets ugly. I got to think, Kim, there is a button on a live stream, whether you're the person that hosts the live stream or you're a guest up there. You can click yourself right out of there. You're like, you know what? Okay, before this gets ugly, you ain't got to say that. Just click the X. Just leave. But to be up there going back and forth, and I've heard some people have a straight up cussing fest. Like, I was like, oh my goodness. And then some people will sit there and say, I love the Lord 1 minute, and the next minute they over there acting like they're a child of the devil. I don't know what's going on. And so it messes up everybody's mind that's witnessing this. But as a CEO, I have to think larger. We can agree to disagree. I can leave. But this whole ego tripping I'm seeing from a lot of people, we got to stop that as a CEO. You're hurting your legacy. So we have to understand that reputation can precede you, can follow you too. And it can also possibly follow your children or your grandchildren. As soon as someone finds out that that person is related to you, they can now put that on them. Something that happened 10, 15, 20 years ago. Now that grandchild or that child is carrying that. They had nothing to do with it, but you didn't think about that. You just had to get that stuff off your chest at that moment. So as CEOs, I really want you to think about, is it worth it? And it may not have no impact on you today. Whatever you did yesterday may not have no impact on you. It may not, but it could. And do you really want to take that chance? So let me see what's going on. I see my sister up in there. You can delete all of that, sis. You can delete all of that foolishness. Please delete. You can delete it. It ain't even worth reading. You can just go on and take that on about the chat. Don't even think about it. You can go on and take it over. He's trying to be disruptive. And I'm going to kick him in a minute. Kick him out of here. But let me see. Let me check the chat. Let's see. You're right, passionately intrigued arts. A lot of people, oh my goodness. You done hit the nail on the head right there. There are people that will not remember your good, but they will focus in on that bad. Oh my goodness. You can fold the clothes 300 days of the year, but that 301 day you didn't fold it. Oh, they just gonna go off. Oh, you ain't folded your clothes today. Oh, but I done folded them for the most of the year, because today I was just said, you know what? I'm gonna let it ride. That's what you gonna focus on? Let me tell you something. people will definitely remind you of your bad. You better believe it. I wonder if I can scroll. I'm trying to see if I can scroll up here in this chat, and they ain't let me, so I'm gonna have to use my other device. So I want to make sure I want to see. Let's see what y'all talk about. So we at the backyard barbecue today, y'all. We just talking. So I want to know, with everyone that's in here, tell me about reputation. When you think of the word reputation, how would you define reputation? Just let me know. Oh, wow. Coach Mary Ma had a good thing. She says, some people always criticize. In Cameroon, we say that even if you took a shower under the rain, your enemies will still accuse you of raising dust. Wow. Absolutely. Wow. Let's see. She is Sunshine says, I was always told what people think about you is none of your business. Yet people use that to support their poor behavior also when it wasn't intended for them. Some people like to get into this mindset of where they want to express just how bad they are. You ever been around, and I know I have, because it's where I come from, but you ever been around people that comes from, let's say, the hard knock life? And whether they're in a public setting or in a private setting, they always have to let people know just how bad they are, how threatening they are. I've seen back in the day, two men go at it because they had to prove which one of them was the baddest. And I'm like, now both of y'all in jail. Why? The police came and arrested both of them. Why? What was the point of that? What was the point of it? So I want everyone in here to just think about it for a minute. Was it really worth it for you to ruin possibly your reputation online or any other type of public sector? Was it worth it? Was you going back and forth with someone trying to prove your point, whatever point that may have been, was it worth it? Because now I've seen some people transform. Some people I thought was completely cool, sweet, down to earth. I'd invite them to the cookout. Just allow public platforms to completely destroy their character. And it makes me wonder, what are people thinking in these types of sectors? When you are online and you're talking to other people, whether you're teaching something or you just kicking it with someone, do you ever think the repercussions of your actions? Everything we do, every choice we make, every decision has a consequence associated with that. Every action has a reaction. So when I was consuming all of this content when I was away, and I saw so much negativity being spouted about other content creators, I was like, are people thinking about what they're doing? Are we thinking? Or are we just reacting? Like, what is really going on here? And so, what happened here? Okay, there we go. So I really wanted to just get you all's opinion on this because, let's see, God's Construction says, beliefs or opinions can form a reputation. True. Girl, she is Sunshine. A dance off? Remember back in the day we used to have dance offs? Yes. But the problem is a lot of us are online and a lot of people are quote unquote camera shy. And even those that aren't camera shy won't come up there and just do a dance off or a sing off or anything else to keep from having this negative energy take place. So people would rather just argue it out, which only makes things worse. So yeah, I remember the dance offs back in the day. That was cool. Exactly, DJ Ron. A lot of people don't think about the long-term effects. They don't. They think about in that moment, I'm mad, I'm heated, I've been irritated, I don't like you, I'm sick of you, and so I'm going to tell you just how I feel. And they just, and I'm thinking, did they forget all of us are in here witnessing this? Like, what's going on? But here's the kicker. I saw something, y'all. It's funny to me that a content creator on their own channel will be meek and mild and fun-loving and, very reserved, cool, right? But then get on someone else's panel or platform and act a complete fool. Like, it's like you don't do that on your own channel, but then you're going to go to somebody else's channel and just act crazy. Like, make it make sense. You have your own page. Why would you go over and try to ruin somebody else's page? I never understood that. Take that to your page. Take that to your side of town. But don't bring that foolishness to somebody else's channel. Just say, hey, meet me on my channel and we can handle this. Or we can handle this offline. That's what the mature person would do. Say, hey, look, I see how you feel. We can talk offline. Let's handle this as adults offline. We don't need an audience for this. But no, we're not doing that nowadays. No. Hey, Tori, thank you for being here. People aren't doing that nowadays. Yes, God's construction. It's very weird to act out on someone else's panel. Like, why? That's why personally, when you have to literally invite me up on your panel. I'm just not, because you dropped the link, I'm not going to be running up there. That's another thing I want to talk about. But I'm not going to be just running up there just because you dropped the link. First of all, what's the content? Second of all, does the content go along with what I do on my channel and what I'm doing in my business and with my brand? Because I have to think about all of that. Now, if we're just acting silly, and I want to come in and act silly with you, got it. But if you're talking about a topic that I don't even discuss on my own channel or publicly, or it's just something that I just don't talk about, I'm not going to just be hopping my happy tail up there on your panel just because I want to be seen. There are people and content creators, hear me. Those of you that do live streams, hear me. Because I've seen this happen. Now, I know this is a trend that's happening, so I want to warn you because I don't know if y'all caught on to it yet or not. Excuse me. There are what I call live stream vultures. This is what I call them, okay? These are people that will panel hop. They go to everybody's panel. Anytime you drop a link, they jumping up there. They don't know what the content is. They don't know what's going on. They want to jump up there, but then when they get up there, they want to act like a nut. They want to broadcast what they're doing on their channel. To me, that's disrespectful, because if you come on someone else's panel, you know what's going on before you get up there, and you need to be able to hold that conversation, whatever they're talking about. Don't get there like, oh, so what are we talking about today? You hopped your butt up here. You don't know what the conversation is about. What you up here for? I digress. But there are people that's trying to build their channel off of your backs, content creators, and they're jumping on your panels to do that. And you're thinking, oh, cool, such and such is up on my panel. Hey, I never seen you here before. So remember back when everybody was giving each other wrenches to be mods on channels? Well, now when people stop doing that, people said, oh, well, let me just go panel hop. I'll just let everybody see me. I'll tell them my channel. I'll get up here and act a certain way and get the love of the people. And then they'll come over my channel. And that's how I'm going to build my channel. I'm not going to bring nothing really constructive to your channel. I'm only up here to build my own channel. I call them panel vultures because that's what they're doing. They're live stream vultures. They're going from panel to panel to panel, trying to get your people over to their side. Y'all got to be mindful of who you're allowing to be a part of your panel. I have no problem with being up here by myself. This is my channel. But I just want to put that out there because some people just letting everybody be a part of their panel. And then when somebody comes up there, for instance, let me give you an example. I don't cuss. I do not cuss. I don't care how mad. If I start cussing, everybody better duck because I'm about to throw something about to go down for real. Okay? Because God has delivered me from that. I was really bad with that, but I thank God for Jesus. But that's just how I do not cuss. I do not cuss. I do not drink. That's just not my thing. Okay. But if you know that a person cusses and you don't cuss, why would you chance having them on your panel? Because especially if you've seen them on other people's panel and you know their reputation, you'll see how I tied that back. How you know their reputation, they always cuss, like every third or fourth word is a cuss word, and you know you don't want that on your channel. Why would you have them up there? If I knew that Tori would be laying it down, just that's just Tori, just put the words out there, I wouldn't allow Tori to come up on my panel because I don't know when he's gonna let one drop, and I know on my channel that don't go down. So why would I allow Tori to come up there and just be like, bah, 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 bah. No. If I know Tori, now Tori, I hope you don't mind me using you as an example because you like my brother, so it's cool. If I know Tori cannot control his mouth, why would I allow him up on my panel to just be an embarrassment to me and everybody else in the comment section? Reputation. I wouldn't do it. I have had someone upset with me when I was in radio. And I know I was broadcasting around the world to 190 countries. And I had someone, they were a CEO, they had their own products. And then I was interviewing, people with products and also people with stories. And this one person got upset with me because they noticed I was inviting other people that they knew and that I knew, obviously. And I never invited them to be a part of my show. And they let me know, hey, I'm mad at you because you never gave me an invite. And I had to literally tell them the why. Well, here is why. I don't know what's going to come out your mouth at any moment. I am a part of a gospel radio station. Why would I jeopardize my spot at the radio station when there's producers in there controlling this show for them to have to sit there and keep hitting the bleep button on a show that's not even supposed to have that on it? Come on now. That's why. Oh, well, you know what? I'm a cussing Christian. That's a term that gets under my skin. I'm just going to say that. In that conversation with her, she was like, I'm a cussing Christian. I don't know where that term come from. Can somebody please, Tori, hey, Jay, thank you for being here. Somebody, please explain that term to me. What is a cussing Christian? Please. Because I don't understand that. Hey, Unbiased, thank you for being here. I don't understand that. See, Cheryl, when she said it to me years ago, I was like, oh, what? And I said, you know what? That term alone, I'm glad. And I stand by my decision by not inviting you on my show. That right there. I'm not even going to get into that. I could say so much behind that. I'm not even going to get into it. But I remember her saying that to me, that she was a cussing Christian and there's nothing wrong with it. And my reply to her was, okay, Christianity is based on Christ, right? And in Christ, Christians follow the book, and the book is called the Bible, which is based on Christ. So please tell me in the Bible, tell me the book, the chapter, the verse where it shows that Jesus, which Christianity is based on, or Jesus cursed. Just tell me, because you say you're a cursing Christian, so that means Jesus must have cursed since Christianity is based on him. Please show me where he cussed in the Bible. Please tell me that, because I don't see it, and I don't understand this term. I thought it's either or. I thought that type of language came from the enemy's camp. So you can't just be blending the two because it makes you feel good. Please back that up with proof. I need proof to prove that term, cussing Christian. So by the time I got finished with her, she was even madder at me. And I was just trying to get clarity. That's all. I wasn't trying to be a smart behind nothing. I just wanted clarity. You said you were cussing Christian. Please define that for me. I've asked pastors about this. They bust out laughing and said, Kim, there's no such thing. And you're not wrong by protecting your brand and your radio station and your position. You did nothing wrong. And I don't blame you for not taking that chance. That was her reputation. She was a cussing Christian. That was all I needed to know. That means she was willing to come up there on a radio station. I know, right? She wanted to come up there on a gospel, world, global show and act a fool. No, ma'am. Not on my watch, not on my show. Now, you can go on somebody else's show and you can do whatever it is you want to do. You're just not going to come over here on my show and do that. We're not going to allow that to happen. Sorry. Not sorry. Yeah, we're not going to have that happen. So I was hoping somebody in the chat could help me define what a cussing Christian is, because she said it to me years ago and that thing still sticks in my mind. I heard somebody else say it before and I was kind of like, huh? I haven't got clarity on that. So if anybody can give me some clarity, I'd appreciate it. Let's see, what's going on in the chat? When people don't let people sin in peace, they get mad at you. Girl. Okay, DJ Ron says, that's just a term they use to feel free to say what they want to look big. Yes, absolutely. I agree with that. I have a cousin that is supposedly a first lady that defends Jezebel. Definitely was new to me. Wow, she is sunshine. Okay, all right. Unbiased. My pastor, cause I should stop following him. I'm not here to tell you what to do. You're a grown woman. You can make that decision on your very own. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But I know for me, I wouldn't put myself in the hands of anybody that's doing, if I'm a Christian, that's doing anything that's going to be disrespectful before the Father. I'm not taking that chance. I know a pastor that I've seen them online that be out here cussing, have become famous, known as the cussing pastor and all kinds of stuff. I've seen that too. But you couldn't lead me to water. I'm not gonna put my soul in your hands. I'm gonna let God handle you. But see, that's why God gave us free will. I can choose to stay under that, or I could choose to leave. I don't need nobody to show me how to get the HELL. I'm sure I'm very capable of sending myself there all on my own. I don't need help. I need somebody to help me stay out of there. Okay, because that's what I'm trying to do. I ain't trying to go with you. So, but yeah, you can follow whoever you want to. That's between you and the good Lord. That's between you and God, your creator. We all gonna have to stand before him one day. That's between you and him. But just like the law, ignorance is not a sign of defense. I'm not doing it. You do what you want. That's between you and God. Hey, EJ's daughter, thank you for being here. Anybody else I missed? But yeah, like we have to be careful as CEOs about all these people that's trying to bring us out of character. We have to be careful and mindful about what we're saying, how we're carrying ourselves, because what may be good for the people that's in your chat, what may be good for the people that's in your hometown, your family members or whomever, may not be good for that Fortune 500 CEO company that maybe one day you want to do business with. They may look at your content and be like, nah, it's fun to look at and giggle and laugh, but you can't be attached to my company. Oh, I would never pay you to be a part of my company. Oh, no. Hey, but you said you like my products. Oh, your product's cool, but it's just you. You the CEO. You the problem. You are the face of the company. You're the one out there acting like you have no sense. So no, we will not do business with you. I know people that lost money. I'm talking about millions of dollars. I used to hang out with millionaires, believe it or not. I got pictures to prove it. Who lost big because of their reputation. One man was so arrogant and nasty. Ooh, he was horrible. Nobody wanted to do business with him. He lost contracts because of clients that he was put over their cases of different things. And the reports back to the bigger people was so bad, they had to let him go because it was trickling down to them. Or should I say up to them? People was filing all kind of grievances and all kind of reports against this particular CEO because of his attitude and how he carried himself and the things that he said to people. He wasn't thinking about that. He thought, oh, I'm making all this money. I got this name about myself. I can treat people any way I want to, not realizing that that one thing that you decided to do in that moment has cost you everything. So we have to be mindful of reputation. Reputation will negatively impact your contacts. It will negatively impact your opportunities. It will negatively impact overall your money, your return on investment. It will impact negatively all of those things. So when you get on these platforms and you act crazy and you just go with the flow and you don't think about your brand, you don't think about your message that your business is putting out there on the internet. If you don't think about these things, the repercussions could be detrimental to you. And I'm trying to help somebody understand that you have to be mindful of what you're doing and how you're carrying yourself and who you're attaching yourself to. I told you earlier about so many people jumping up on panels. You have to be mindful of whose panel you're jumping up on and what they're talking about. You have to be mindful as the host of a panel who you're allowing to come up there. Now, if you with it all, then you with it all. You let everybody come up there and act and say whatever they want to. That's your business. That's not of my concern. That's your business. They ain't got nothing to do with me. But you can't be mad or upset or come online crying when the house comes tumbling down. Because we watched you. We've witnessed this. So coming on crying and using all of the negative things that have happened to you in business because you didn't prepare yourself and because you sit up there, you linked up with people that God did not send to you and things just went bad. You can't come up here crying and acting like the world's in and everybody else is wrong and you don't know what happened. What happened was you were the CEO, but you just didn't do what CEOs do. I had someone come to me recently and tell me, hey, Kim, they was on you, girl. They were on me, y'all. Elbow in the back of my neck. They were on me. They said, 10, I love your content, but I have a problem. And I'm like, cool, let's talk about it. And they were like, my problem ain't with you personally. I was like, okay, I didn't take it that way. I'm just saying, let's talk about it. And they were like, I want to know why you haven't opened up memberships. You giving out all this content. You helping everybody across the board. I've been watching you for years. Why aren't you opening up memberships? And at that moment, I wasn't even thinking about memberships. And I thought about it. I kept thinking about it. They said, you really need to get your core back. Because see, they remember me when I had the journey of meeting of the minds, when I had a group of ladies and we would sit there, we would have round table meetings. And we would stream those things live on my channel. We would talk about some very serious topics, life topics, personal topics, business topics. We covered it all. Things that a lot of people would never touch. We talked about it. And they said they missed those round table sessions with me. They missed watching that. And I said, well, that kind of went topsy-turvy with that whole situation. And I kind of just started doing things, by myself, turn myself into an island, as we say in business. And they say, yeah, but you've been doing that now for a while. I need you to build your team. I need you to get a group of people, like-minded individuals that's ready to really go hard in their business and learn business. That's what you need to do now. What they were saying to me was this, and I'm going to say the same thing to you. We have all had bad experiences in some sector of business or in life. But what we can't do is allow that thing to become a crutch. We can't every time we decide, okay, I want to expand, I want to do this. We can't say, well, I tried it before and this is what happened. And you keep riding that wheel over and over and over. You can't keep doing that, right? So what I had to do is say, the past is the past. I'm going to give this thing another shot. There are people out there that deserve to have that one-on-one time where somebody is telling you, okay, look, what do you want to do in your business? Let's say the person says, well, I want to collaborate. I have this product idea. I don't know how to get it off the ground, and I need enough people around me to just talk me through the process. What do I do next? And I can say, you know what? Be a part of the membership, and we're going to talk business. Because there are a lot of people that say, okay, let me use the shirt industry. I can create a shirt, and I know how to sell it, but I don't know how to continue to sell it. These are the things in my membership we're talking about. We're going to talk about sales, and we're going to get real about sales. Because that's what's hurting a lot of people. They don't know how to sell. You can create a product. You just don't know how to sell it. Because if you're in business, your business thrives off of financial support, i.e. money. But if you don't know how to make that money and you don't know how to flip that thing to become reoccurring money, that's the lesson you're missing. That's the thing you need to know. I know a ton of CEOs. From cooking to making things to graphic designs to all kinds of stuff. I know mechanical engineers. I know all these people. I met Juicing with Jay's sister. She's a patent attorney. You want to get that thing patent? You got an idea in your head and you want to get it patent? These are the things we talk about in my membership. These are the things I'm going to be bringing to just to select people that's ready to seriously want to know business. You don't want to be out here and I say, hey, join my membership, and then you join. I go live. I say, we having a membership live. And I'm like this. Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? Yeah, I'm going to eat these crackers. And yeah, y'all going to watch me sit here and eat this. No, we're not doing that, man. That's just ridiculous. You're not paying your money to sit there and watch me eat. Come on, man. That's ridiculous. When you come in my membership, I'm going to teach you. So I told you, if you can listen, you can learn. And if you can learn anything from me, you have just been educated. Because that's the problem. Even the Bible says, even Jesus says, my people perish because of what? A lack of knowledge. A lot of people are struggling, and you're sitting back watching other people that's in the same industry as you. They're just flying by you, just making all this money. They're doing all this good stuff, right? And you're thinking, what am I doing wrong? My product is just as good as theirs. And you're over there frustrated, beating your head up against the wall, can't figure out what's going on. My job as the educated natural with my team members is to find those gaps. Now, they may be ugly, but we're going to find them. Because it's the things that you don't know that's hurting you. It's the things you're ignoring that's hurting you. I see it all the time. I've watched it year after year. I've watched a lot of CEOs take off fast and just crash. And they don't know what happened. There's a gap that you ignored and you continued to ignore, thinking your cuteness was going to get you to the next level. Thinking that, because you know this person, you know that person. Hey, Uni, thank you for being here. Hey, Precious Pieces, thank you for being here. You think that's because you know the best Uni. You think that's going to get you somewhere. And Uni's like, look, girl, we need to get up with somebody else. We want to go here. I can get you here, but you want to go here. We're going to have to link up with somebody else that's already here. So if you know that you really, truly need to know business, Kim, I just need to know how to control my attitude. Let's talk about it. Let's find that gap. Kim, I need to know, honestly, I've been on YouTube 5-10 years. I'm not monetized. What am I doing wrong? Then we'll sit down as a group. Thank you, GT Junior. Thank you for joining my membership. Thank you. Well, we better have some fun. And I'm like, look, you don't know what the gap is. We're going to talk about that gap. Let's look at your channel. Let's look at your content. Let's see what's really going on here. Let's look at this particular live. We're going to watch it. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to watch it in my off time because I don't want to, use everybody's time, especially for an hour long or longer this video has been. I'm going to look at them all. I'm going to take some notes. I'm going to give you some pointers. I'm going to give you some realistic stuff that's really going to help you grow whatever it is you're trying to grow. Because that's what's missing in a lot of people's business. I sit back and I watch incognito. I don't say, hey, I don't say nothing. I'm in your chat. I'm like this. And I'm sitting there and I'm paying close attention to you. And I'm going back and I'm going through your channel and I'm looking for the gaps. Because a lot of us as CEOs, we see out here, we're like, okay, I'm going to do this. Like, we're very creative. And sometimes our creative minds can cause us to miss the most minute thing. And as the Bible says, it's that small fox that spoils the vine. It's that little bit. You think it's going to be something big. It's going to be that little bitty thing that you have missed in your business along your journey that's actually hurting you. And if you don't have an outside source looking in, if you don't have someone on your team that's saying, look, we're at this table together, and thank you so much, Juicing with Jay, thank you. And we're going to come together and we're going to sit down and we're going to have some real conversations. See, that's the problem with a lot of CEOs. You've gotten to the place where nobody can tell you nothing. You've become so high on your own supply. And that's the reputation a lot of people have. They have become so high and so full of themselves that they miss the gaps. You are tripping and falling, will turn around and be like, what in the world did I just trip and fall over? It was a gap in your business. And that's what I'm here for. When I talked about business, I don't just talk about, one sector of business. I brought about the topics that even lawyers don't even tell you about. I educate you on trademarks. I'm really owning your brand. I educate you on what it is to be in business. I've shared throughout the years my pitfalls, my upside down moments, my learned lesson moments. I've shared that with you. And I recently had a conversation with somebody that was like, it was crying and they was crying. Oh my goodness, they were so upset because they had a business deal go wrong. And they contacted me and said, Ten, help me. I don't know what I did wrong, blah, blah. They told me the whole situation, well, at least their side of the situation. And I sat back and I listened and I said, you crying over that? Well, let me share with you my story about how I lost 10K. Would you love to hear that story? Yeah, this girl here lost 10K. My husband almost killed me. It was what I didn't know is what I tripped over. Out of everything I did know, I missed what I didn't know. And when I got a business coach and she showed me and pinpointed out to me, this was your gap, I never tripped over that again. But in this social media realm, in this technology age that we are living in, a lot of us need to understand that what we do publicly can come back and kick you right in your behind if you are not careful. So if you are a content creator, how you show up in your business is how people are going to perceive your business. So if you show up and you're just all over the place and you're just fumbling over this and you're fumbling over that, people are going to take note of that. If you're claiming that you're a business professional and someone joins your team as a member, let's use YouTube as an example, and you get behind the round table with them and you're all over the place, you're disorganized, you don't know what you're doing. That's just going to put it out there. You don't know what you're doing. You've built these people's hopes up and all this stuff, and they show up to be a part of your membership or part of your team, and you do not know what you're doing. Do you think they're going to stick around? Now, if you're telling people, look, my team member is a mukbang, and people like mukbangs, that, hey, eat your way on through. Do what you do, baby. That's your channel. Do what you do. But if you're telling people that if they're joining your membership, if they're joining your team, if they're going to collaborate with you in any manner, and this is what you're going to provide, then show up like that. But don't say you're doing business and you don't know how to tell a person how to make a sale. Don't say you're doing business and you don't know how to tell people what an ROI is. Don't say you're doing business and you haven't even made a single dollar in your business this year. Don't say you're doing business and you're going to help somebody grow and you haven't even learned how to get yourself out of the pit you claiming to tell other people how to get out of. There are a lot of people that I have witnessed and watched that have gone to other people's YouTube videos, taken that information, regurgitated it out to the audience, and the audience, not knowing this, was sitting there saying, oh my goodness, they are just so smart. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Best Uni. Yes, hit that like button. And you will get so wrapped up in whatever story they're telling you. And then you'll get all up in their zone, all up in their membership, and realize this person done suckered me into this. I have seen people, reputation, now we're talking about reputation now. I have seen people build their reputation on making everybody six-figure earners. I don't know if have y'all seen that before? People that say, oh, I can help you make six figures. That was a big thing at one point a few years ago. Everybody's like, I want six figures. I want six figures too. I want six figures. I want six figures too. And I watched all these people jump into this thing. And so I knew somebody person that jumped into one, and I waited. A month went by. I said, hey, you made that six figures yet? Girl, no. But I'm new. I'm still learning. Okay, cool. 2 more months went by. I saw him again. Hey, how's that six figures coming? Now they got an attitude at me because I asked the question. I'm just asking. You tried to get me in on it, and you inboxing me all kind of stuff, and click the link and da-da-da-da. All this about this six-figure stuff. I'm just wondering, how's it working out for you? Come to find out, they ain't make a single dime, y'all. Not one. Yes, Tay. They got bamboozled. Definitely. Big time. Whew. So I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna save it for my membership. I ain't gonna tell y'all about these new tactics that people are using to get you to do what they want you to do. These tactics happened when I first saw them back in 2013. And now I'm seeing them reemerge. And hey, Jared, thank you for being here. Hey, Tiny Twist, thank you for being here. And I'm watching these things reemerge because my business coach back then told me about them, showed me to watch out for them. And I realized that a lot of these new content creators, a lot of these new business people aren't aware of these tactics and business that these people are using. This is how these people are making all this money. They're using this tactic. And I saw recently, when I say recently, within the last 6 months or so, and I saw a business person, quote unquote. I call these people business people, not business people. They business. They just doing all kind of stuff. It's not real business. They saying they're business people. They're saying they're CEOs. They're business people. All right. You need to really learn the difference between a business person and a business person. So this person comes online and they gave this whole sob story. I mean, guys, construction, business people. They gave this whole long sob story. Oh man, they just had everybody in the chat just upset and crying. And they were just going through it. And they were just telling this whole story, right? And I got wrapped up in it for a minute. Then all of a sudden, I remember what my coach said. Hey, t-shirt chick, welcome in. And I was like, wait a minute. Why do I feel like I'm being bamboozled? Why do I feel like I'm being taken advantage of? Something ain't right. Ho, Kim, stop your tears. Pay attention. Find that gap. So I'm sitting back and I'm listening, I'm looking. And I realized the person turned the waterworks on. They turned them off. It was like a set of windshield wiper blades. On, off, on, off. And I'm like, wait a minute. When I'm upset and I'm crying, not saying everybody does this because everybody don't, because everybody ain't me. I'm me. But I'm saying, wait a minute. They suck. Next thing I know, y'all, God is my witness. The super chat. Ding, 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 ding. Y'all, the super chat started going off. I was like, wait a minute. Something's not right here. Am I the only person that's not reading through this crap? Am I the only person? And I was like, oh my goodness. Y'all, that's a tactic. That tactic, the first time I saw it was back in 2013. Somebody else pulled the same tactic in a group I was in. And this person, I don't know if they saw the video. I don't know who they've been watching or what's going on. But this person pulled that same tactic. It's called emotional pain. Now, I'm going to save the rest of this for my members. But emotional pain is when people get online or publicly at a church. They do a lot in church. And you get up there and you share the saddest thing. It could be made up. It could be real. I don't know. It's a story. And you get up there, you probably saw it on TV before, people and I'm so hurt, and I just don't know. And they do it all, right? And you're thinking, oh my goodness, that's horrible. Oh my goodness. Oh, baby, let me help you out. And now you just sit up here and pay this person's whole first month. You did all this stuff because of this story. Come to find out it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a tactic that people use to get viewers to do what they want them to do. And next thing you know, it's always followed up with, if y'all would just help me do this and do that, and I want to do this, and you be like, oh yes, oh definitely, oh where's my checkbook? Oh. That's it right there, God's construction, discernment. You have to listen what people are saying, read between the lines, find out what they're not saying, and see what's really being said. You have to let God lead you. And I always tell people, don't join anyone's team to include my own, or their membership to include my own, if you haven't first sought God. If you haven't went through my channel and my content and seen value in it, then don't waste your time. I'm not for you. But I'm going up. I have set realistic goals to not be in the same position next year as I am now. I am here to educate people that truly want to run a business the right way. Now, if you just want to throw spaghetti at the wall and see if it sticks, do what you do. We don't do that over here. We talk real business with realistic expectations and realistic situations. That 10K I had to say bye to, that was real. That's real. I got proof that it's real. My husband still don't even talk about it. It was so real. Okay. When I tell you I have failed, it was real. When I tell you I have been stabbed in the back, it's real. When I tell you I have been copied, it is real. I got proof of all of those things. When I tell you that people have actually come to me, waste my time by getting with consultations with me, and I sit down, I do all this work, and I spew out all this information. And those same people won't come and buy a single thing from me, but will go to someone else who is a business person because they have popularity, they have the numbers, they have 100,000 YouTube subscribers and Instagram followers and all these things, right? They'll go and spend all this money with them and get zero in return. Then come back to me and say, Educated Natural, can you help me? And I'm like, I just watched you have a consultation with me. Me give you actually realistic, actionable advice. Ignore me. Go over to these folks who don't know how to get themselves from their living room to their bathroom without help. But now that it didn't go well, you want to come back to me. We have to do better. Yes, Cole, thank you for being here. Cloud chasers. And they're going to take your money and they're going to leave you high and dry. I have seen it time and time again. That's how they're getting rich. They're taking your money and leaving you with nothing. I know people right now that's paying hundreds of dollars plus a ticket to go to someone's conference and get zero, but fired up. All they get is fired up. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I'm going to come back and do great things in my business. They get back in their business. Wah, 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 wah. That's it. They go downhill, do absolutely nothing because they didn't learn nothing. I'm giving you information that sticks, that you can literally take to the bank. I don't make financial guarantees. I don't know how hard you work. That's not what I do. But I'm going to give you this knowledge. I'm going to give you this information. I'm going to tell you when it comes to your reputation, it speaks for you. You don't have to say a word. I have literally walked in the rooms, didn't know anybody there, but somebody else knew of me based on my content and said, yo, that's the Educated Natural. Hey, you got a word for me? I'm like, wait a minute. I just came to sit down and enjoy what's going on at this event. I had people running up to my daughter's a witness. I've had people running up to me, asking me different things as if I was a speaker of the hour. I'm just there to enjoy the event just like the rest of y'all. But because my reputation has preceded me. What you see here, what you see online, this is who I am in person. I'm going to tell you the real deal. That's why when I get around people and I tell people I'm quiet, typically I'm very quiet. It's because I'm surveying the room, trying to see who's there, trying to, the real from the fake. I'm just observing. Before I will ever open my mouth, I'm just observing. And so I need y'all, when y'all turn on that camera, when y'all are about to do any type of content, exactly, Cole, before y'all give any content, I don't care if you're making a pair of socks. I don't care if you're showing people how to open a bottle of water. Okay? Whatever you're doing. Think about how that content you are about to release is going to impact your reputation. Do you want people on the internet or in the streets and corners and everywhere else? Do you want them to categorize you by that content they see of you? You also have to be mindful of the reputation of the people you're collaborating with. Not everybody's for everybody. I'm not here to tell you who to link up with and who don't. That's not my job. That's between you and the good Lord. So I'll tell you, discernment, like God's construction has already said, use your discernment before you start going to people's chat saying hello. You don't know if that person has one of the worst reputations on YouTube, and now you over there in the chat to them, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hey, you speaking to everybody and not realizing you just walked into a minefield. And now because they have a bad reputation, people see you in there, now they think it's something about you. I know it's petty, but that just happens to be the world we live in. You have to be careful of who you're connecting yourself to in any manner, because your reputation will speak for you. Also, for those of you that says, I've had a bad experience in the past, I'm going to need you to stop using that past experience as a crutch. A lot of you are getting online, and every time we hear you talk, you bring it up, 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 you bring it up. It's like we've been there. We weren't even there with you in this. It's become a crutch. Let that thing go. It happened. Like me in my past, in my group, it happened. It wasn't a bad breakup. We just all had different things to do. It happened. It hurt because, these are my girls. I thought we was doing something, but hey, that was my vision. You have to realize not everybody's going to share your vision. So when you build a team with people that don't share your vision, you're going to have a division, okay? Things are going to happen. But it's a lesson learned. You don't use it as a crutch every time you go live or every time you make a video. Well, I had a team breakup. Okay, we get it. Move forward. Use that as a crutch, but as a power supply. Use it as a lesson learned. Don't make this mistake again. And never be so smart and so educated that can't nobody tell you nothing, because that's a major problem. Then if I can't tell you nothing, why am I going to be even connected to you in any manner, especially on a professional level? I can't tell you nothing. That means you know it all. You don't need me, because I'm going to be wasting my time anytime I speak to you. That's why I love building my membership, because it gives me the opportunity. I come into a membership like, let's do this. Let's talk real. When I go into a group of people that's smarter than me, I'm like, I don't know nothing. Teach me. I'm always a student. Teach me. If I know something, I'll tell you I know it. If you ask me a question and I don't know, I'll be the first one to say, wait a minute. That's out of my realm of expertise. I do not know. But if you give me some time, I will research it and I will get back to you with an answer, because I will not leave you uneducated. I'm not going to leave you out there hanging and flapping in the wind. I don't know it, but I'll help you find the answer. That's how I roll. I'm not going to be one of those big mouth people that's got the gift of gab. They got to keep doing this and realize the more you talk, the dumber you sound. No. If I don't know, I don't know. I'm not going to make up something just to be up here tap dancing for you. Not doing that. I don't know. But we're going to learn together today. That's one thing I can tell you my members will get. We're going to learn together. You tell me the real deal, I'm going to give you a real plan. We're going to take this thing step by step. And every time we meet, every time we get together, I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to have notes. Anybody know me? I keep stacks of papers beside me. I got a notebook beside me right now. Y'all see I grab a pen. And I'm going to take those notes. What's your name? Okay. Okay. GT says he's struggling with blah, 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 blah. I'm going to write that down. All right. Let's see. Let's come up with a plan. Let's come up with a plan of action. And I'm going to ask the group, what are your suggestions for them? Let's help each other. That's the purpose of memberships, to help Whomever has decided to pay money to sit down with you for a few moments of every time you come live or however you have your stuff set up, you sit and you get around this table together and you work through that problem together. That lets that other person at the table know you're not in this thing by yourself. We're not up here shucking and driving. We're actually trying to build a legacy here that your children can pick up and take it to the next level, and then their children, and so on and so forth. We're not just over here jolly-jacking. That's why I had to come and tell y'all about your reputation. You think it's cool to get online and just let it all hang out. What if that's you? That's you. But there's a repercussion to that. You show up and you stuck up and you acting this way, there's a repercussion to that. I will tell anybody, I come with a disclaimer. I don't know about y'all, but I come with a disclaimer. And my disclaimer is this. I am literally in the world known as a Brillo pad. And some people have even, I think it's funny, one of my friends even called me a jackhammer. Because when I come in the room, I got a soft side, which is y'all see my soft side, all of my jokes and my skits. That's my soft side. I'm really silly, really silly. I love cracking jokes. I just do. I love laughing. But then on the other side of that sponge is my rougher side. That's the part that comes in and gets rid of all the fluff. And when I'm scrubbing you. And when I get finished with you, every blemish on you is going to be gone. You're going to be shining. You're going to be straight. But I'm also going to make sure you don't leave my presence uneducated. You have an action plan. You have an understanding as to what you're doing, what's missing, what you can do next. A lot of people aren't doing that. Of course, there are going to be sessions where we're going to do something fun. We may have a sing-off, a dance-off, a cash giveaway. Hey, who in here can dance the best? We're going to put you on camera because we're in a private group, right? Membership is private. And you want to come on camera? I'm going to say, look, boom, $20 cash giveaway. Who wants it? But this is what you got to do to get it. You got to come up here. You got to sing. You got to dance. And we're going to let the rest of the people around the table vote and see who got this. We may even have a game we play from the previous time, the previous information. I ain't going to give you all my nuggets because somebody going to try to take it. But we're going to be doing some things in my membership. But we're going to be learning. Because it's what people don't know that's hurting them. And I can no longer sit back and let that happen. It irritates me. My jokes hurt. Otis, I still got your video. I still got your video. You know what, Cole? You're on to something. Some people can't handle tough love or constructive criticism. And that's why I tell people I come with a disclaimer. Because I don't sugarcoat things. I think a lot of people are being hurt by us sugarcoating so many things. And it's not fair to you as a CEO. Because you'll think you're doing everything right, you're good, and you're walking around here with your slip hanging or toilet paper on your shoe. You know what I'm saying? Or a stain on your clothes. And everybody see it, but nobody's saying anything. As your educator, I can't allow you to do that because you're struggling. Some of y'all have lost a lot of money. You're losing money daily. You're not making any money daily. Don't you think it's time to turn it around? Don't you think it's time for you to get real about your business, about what you're doing? I mean, some of you, and I'm looking at the chat. Hey, Miss T, some of you have all of this equipment that you have spent thousands of dollars for. But you haven't turned around a profit on that thing. You're coming on live and you're on other people's panels and you're showing what you made and you're showing how you make it. I mean, your creativity is off the charts. And that's great. You're going to need that as a business professional. You're going to need that level of creativity. That's great. But when we look at the foundation of this house you're building, there's some cracks in it. There's some gaps there. There's some things you need to work on and make stronger. That's where I come in with my membership. That's why I had to let this thing go active. Because I said it's those gaps that's hurting a lot of people. I watched everybody in here. And I'm like, man, They really know how to sell some stuff. Their presentation is off the chart. But I wonder, is it making them any money? They're saying they're trying to grow this network. They have the pieces. Do they know how to put those pieces together? I look at business like a 1,000 or 10,000 piece puzzle, depending on how big your business is or what your goals are. It's like a puzzle. And if you ever bought a puzzle, it comes in this box, right? And on the front of the box is a picture of what it's supposed to look like. But when you open the box and you dump the puzzle pieces out on the ground or on the table, you realize it looks nothing like the picture, that you're really going to have to put some work into this thing. And so what you start doing is you take that box and you look at the picture and say, well, ain't nothing to it but to do it. So let me start trying to turn all these pieces over. So you turn all the pieces over so the right side is up so you can see the picture. So then you say, well, let me start with the corners. That's the easiest place to start because you don't know what the middle is like. You don't know how it goes in the middle. So you got to start in the corners, the solid pieces. So you start finding all the solid pieces and you put them all together and you're trying to put them. You look at the picture, you're trying to put them. That's how business is. You're looking at what could be, but you got all these pieces and you have no idea how to put them together so you can get that end goal. When I decided I wanted to file my trademark, I didn't just go on the uspto.gov site and file a trademark. I had to educate myself on how to do it. That took time. I couldn't just call up a lawyer and say, hey, teach me how to do this. That lawyer's gonna be like, no, pay me and I'll do it for you. I'm like, but I don't want to pay you. I want to learn how to do it myself. And none of them wanted to teach me how to do it myself because they were like, you're taking money from me. No, pay me. And I'll do it for you. You're going to do something else in your business. And that may work for some people, but for me, I love to learn. So I wanted to learn how to do it. So in order for me to learn how to do it, I had to study. In order for me to start a business, I had to study. In order for me to learn how to make a t-shirt, I had to study how to do it. I had to watch videos. I had to consume content. I just didn't wake up one day and learn how to do shirts. I had to learn how to do design. Well, what design program? How much is the design program? Okay. And I had to go from there. As a CEO, you have to educate yourself. You can't just follow behind people. I can't just watch Juicing with Jay's videos and learn how to go outside and plant a lemon tree. Sure, I may be able to go to the store and get a lemon tree, but I don't know what I'm doing with it. I would have to say, Jay, help me. And Jay will probably say, well, what zone do you live in? I'm like, well, I live in a very cold zone. I live in Alaska. He's like, girl, you can't grow I don't think you're going to be able to grow that, sis. It's too cold. Lemon trees like warm climates, sis. You can't do that. But if I don't take the time to reach out to Jay and ask him these key questions, I would have went to the store, bought a lemon tree and watch it die because it's too cold for it. But that's where that education factor comes in. And so a lot of us need to, you're right, Jared. We have to learn to stop being a follower and become a real leader. We have to. It's easy to get on here and kick it and laugh and just have a ball. I love doing that. I love to laugh. I love being silly. But when it comes to building a brand, when it comes to keeping my reputation in order, I'm very serious about that. And you as a CEO has to be serious about that as well, especially if you're trying to build a legacy for generations to come. Right, Jay, absolutely. We have to be serious about what we're doing. And I want to just kind of come here and ask y'all, just reputation. You have to be serious when it comes to your reputation. Also, I had a note here somewhere. Let me see. There are things we have to understand that we as CEOs are in control of, and there are things as CEOs that we are not. I can't control how other people feel about me, and you can't control how other people feel about you. But what you can control is how you present yourself. What you can control is if you're going to set your business up right from the start. Are you just going to wing it and hope and pray that it works? How you start a thing is how you're going to continue that thing. But you don't have to, because when I first started business, I was following behind someone and I was doing it blindly and I was taking every one of their words as law. But it came to a point when I said, wait a minute, this don't feel right. This don't look right. This is not a reflection of me. This is them. I'm like recreating them. I need to create me. I need to let my light shine. Yes, absolutely. You have to have faith and have that ram in the bush. Listen, let me tell you something about that ram in the bush. My grandma taught me something. She said, baby, in life, not only do you have to have a ram in the bush, but you better have a chicken in the hen house too. Because sometimes that ram may not go as planned. So you better have something else. But I'm here to tell you, life has taught me that if you formulate your plan A right, if you formulate it right from the ground up and not try to build that thing from the middle out, you got to formulate your business from the ground up. Your foundation has to be strong. It's the people that's trying to build their houses and build their businesses from the middle out that's suffering right now. They're losing every single day. They're struggling. They're crying. They're mad. They're upset. They're going through everything negative because they're trying to build it wrongly. Because they're trying to get to this money fast. I would rather take my time and get to that money when I'm ready to get to that money than to get it fast and lose it. Because I get it and I don't know what to do with it. And I'm just blowing it. Why not start at the foundation and learn how to let that thing grow? Sure, you're going to blow some. But at least your foundation is solid. You know how to take that thing and flip it. You know how to take $100 and make it $2. You know how to take $100 and stretch that mug. You know how to do that. You know how to get that return on your ROI. You know how to do that. You know what a profit margin is. You know what a sales pitch is. You know what a marketing message is. You know how to market. You don't know those things? Well, you need to be with me. Because these are the things I'm going to be teaching my members. We're going to say, hey, look, social media is cool and all. But what are others saying about your business? When's the last time you polled all those people that's bought your products, all them t-shirts you sold? A lot of y'all say you're selling t-shirts, you're selling mugs. When's the last time you went back to those customers and said, hey, what is your review on my business? How was your experience? Is there anything you think I can improve on? That's how you get repeat customers. These are the things we talk about in my membership. I need you to understand something. Sometimes you have to ask people, what are your expectations? Realistically, what is your expectations? Like, for instance, GT Jr. just signed up for my membership. GT, I know you're still in here. What are your expectations? And I'm doing this in front of all of y'all. Because as a CEO, I have to. You have to ask people from the gate, what are your expectations? As the CEO, their answer is going to give you a blueprint as to how you move forward. I can't assume that GT Jr. is joining my membership for X, Y, and Z. I want to know from him what his expectations are of me. And every member, that will be my questions. What is your expectation? He says to retire at 55, that's the long-term goal. Now, that alerts me to asking some other questions, but I'm going to say that for membership. Y'all ain't got to know everything. Y'all just nosy. I'm going to say that for membership. So as a CEO, what I'm going to do is I'm going to screenshot that so that I will know when he and I meet and everybody else that decides to join the membership, where we move from there. And that way, I, as the CEO, as the head of this membership on this channel, can show up prepared. And then I'll know what key questions I need to ask him as we move forward and as we formulate this plan to get him to his goal. That's what CEOs do. That's what business professionals do. Now, if GT says, Kim, I have $5 and I retire in 5 years, we're going to need Jesus. But, you know, it's those types of things that Of course we are inquisitive. Of course you are inquisitive. You got to get in to get in, okay? You got to get into membership to know how we're going to flow. Because there are a lot of people that's in the same situation as GT. Everybody wants to retire by a certain age. Everybody has this money goal they have set for themselves and have no idea how to get there. And so I had someone, I've had several people throughout the years, but the recent contact really just made me laugh because someone reached out to me and said, "Hey, Kim, I want to retire." And I said, "Oh, cool." They said, "Hey, you know anything about investments?" I said, "Well, the investment arm, I laid that on my husband. That's his level of expertise." "Oh yeah, can I talk to him?" I said, "Well, before you can talk to him, there are some things I need to know." And I started asking them just key investment questions. What are your, what's your gross? What's your expenses? Do you have any businesses? What's your gross on those businesses? What are your expenses? I started asking them just key questions that anybody that wants to invest, you need to know. He was like, "Well, I don't want to tell you all that." Huh? What do you mean you don't want to tell me all of that? He's going to ask you the same thing. "Well, I don't want nobody all in my business like that." Then how are we supposed to help you do investments if we don't know how much you have to invest? I was just blown away. And so I went and talked to my husband after the call. And he was like, "Yeah, because that's the first thing I was going to ask him. What you mean you don't want me to know? How am I supposed to help you if I don't know?" That's a gap. Sometimes people want your help, but then they don't want to tell you all the ugly stuff. They just want you to say, "Just help me from here." You don't need to know that every month I'm spending $5,000, but I'm only making $6,000. You don't need to know that. You don't need to know I'm living above my means. I just want you to help me make money. But that's not the root of your problem. The root of your problem is you're spending more than you're earning. Let's deal with that first. Let's get that under control first. What is it that we can cut back on to at least put a little money in your pocket? Let's deal with the foundation first. We'll get there, but we got to first deal here, because if I don't deal with that, any plan I give you is not going to work because we didn't deal with that gap. See, that's the thing that people don't want to deal with. People don't want to deal with the ugly. People want you to say, "Just take me from here and get me there." Well, I would love to be able to do that if your here is good. But if your here is shaky, we have to deal with what's causing the shakiness. We may have to go in there and tighten up a few bolts, add a couple of more nails to get that foundation together, to get that structure solid. That way, when you get to your goal, as you're on that road to your goal, you can say, "I'm good now." And then you can take the training wheels off, which I would say will be me. And you can fly solo if you're ready. But at least you're confident enough to know your foundation is intact. Those gaps have been filled in. "Hey, Sonia, thank you for being here." And you know that. He's on speed dial. Exactly. And I'm here to tell y'all that's what my membership, I really wanted to mention that today, because a lot of people don't tell you what you're going to get in the membership, and you'll just join expecting one thing and not getting it, or they hit 1 month and then they don't show up another time, and it's kind of like tipsy-turvy. I don't want you to expect that over here. That's why I waited so long to activate the membership on this channel, because I had to think about things such as reputation. I had to make sure that I had enough gas in the tank to drive you where you needed to go. I had to make sure that I was, at a place where I can give you my undivided attention. I had to make sure I was at a place where things were stable enough in my personal life that when I sit down with you, I have no distractions because everything is good. So I waited. And people say, "Oh, you missed out on money. You should have did it when you got monetized back in December. You should have did it. You should have did it." And then there would have been months you'd have been paying for, and I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have been here because life was lifing. So out of respect for possible members, I waited until the time was right. And now I'm ready to go, because I have had a chance to sit back and watch enough foolishness, enough people telling me about memberships that I'm not even a part of, that they're a part of. And the reputation of those memberships were not positive coming back to me. And like I said, these are memberships I'm not a part of. Some of these people I don't even follow online in any aspect. But when I talk about memberships, people were like, oh, don't do it. Oh, I don't join people memberships, because last time I was in somebody's membership, it was a waste of time. All they did was sit up there and we just joked and stuff. They do that online. They do that when I watch them on their live. Just sit up there and joke, and I can do that for free. I'm paying them. Teach me something. Give me something in return. I was like, yo, whoa, that's wow. And so what it did is it taught me, if you do a membership, make sure you're giving value to people. People work hard for them little bitty coins, okay? Make sure you're making it worth their investment. And as a CEO, for those of you that have your channels and you're doing membership, I know a lot of people who recently, within the last year, have just become monetized, and they started their membership and they have a lot of people that's joining their membership. Or maybe you only have a handful of people that's joining your membership. Irregardless, you have people that's paying to be in your presence. Do more than just sit there and talk to them. If you want those people to continue to be a part of your membership, if you want them to continue to show up and feel like they're getting something for their investment, give them something of value. If you're showing up in your membership, now I don't know what y'all do in your membership, but I am a part of other people's memberships. And I'm just going to tell you, don't just show up and just talk people to death. If you're going to sit up and talk and y'all laugh, hey, that's cool. But at some point in there, give them something of value. I don't care if you got to give away a t-shirt. I don't care if you got to give away a mug, give away whatever you want to, but give them something in return to let them feel as though they didn't waste their time. Because I know for me, I value my time. And there is nothing worse than me going somewhere or hanging out somewhere and I feel like I wasted my time, because I can't get that time back. I can't be reclaiming my time in that. So that's why here on my membership, I'm making sure people, when they come here, we're going to learn something. We're going to have fun. We're going to learn something. And we're going to learn something about each other. It's not just going to be me just talking. Y'all going to be talking back to me. You're going to be able to come on the camera if you want to. And we're going to be able to talk this thing out and get to the bottom of some things and fill some gaps and address some things. If you're having a hard day, sometimes it's good to just get around other adults and just talk. Maybe you just want to say, hey, look, I just need somebody to talk to. I just need to vent. We can do that in the membership. Because I would rather, you know what I'm saying? Like I would rather you to show up in the membership in a place of safety, secret, place. And you can just say, look, this is what's going on. And that's fine. That's cool. We are there to be your support area. And I always tell people who join up with me, what happens in that group is between us. If you can't keep your mouth shut, or to leave. But people need a place where they can safely lay their head. It is not a place for you to be sitting there gossiping. And if at any point you're a member of my channel and we're having a discussion and you want to say, Kim, I see who's here. I don't feel comfortable discussing this in front of everybody. Can we do this offline? Absolutely. Whenever that membership live is over, I'll shut it down. We'll have a private meeting. But I would rather take that time with my members because you've invested to have that time with me. And out of respect for you, I'm there. I'm there for you. Thank you, Micro. Yes, Micro Farmer says, I appreciate this, the Educated Natural, that you're helping people to set up their live and live, or live. Which one is it? But yeah, Micro, that's what I'm here for. I'm not just here for fluff, because time is valuable. Time is money. And I figure you can go and watch me like in settings like this if we just want to kick it, if we just want to laugh and talk. But you need a place as a business professional where you're going to get business education. Because it's hard out here in these streets building a business. Especially if you're in an industry where it's a lot of competition. And you don't know how to get above or ahead of your competition. In my membership, we do things such as a SWOT analysis. You don't know what that is, you got to get in to get in, okay? We do those things. We talk about that. We look at the realness of what you're doing. We look at your content. I'm not bringing in your books because, we probably won't be doing a financial thing. But if we were doing a financial thing, we're going to bring your books. Let's look at what you're spending. We can break it down like that. But what we're not going to do is have you show up paying your money to be a part of this membership, and then you're not getting nothing in return. That's a waste of time. As a content creator, yes, got you. Got to teach people how to live their lives. Got to let people do that. I have told y'all how much I lost. I have stumped my toe more times than many, but I'm still here. I have learned to be resilient in business. I have learned to have to dig myself out of some deep, dark places by myself. I had nobody. Oh, thank you, Sonya. Welcome to the team. Thank you. I have had to literally pull myself up by myself, by my bootstraps, crying, asking God help. I don't know if y'all have ever been in a place where you had to just cry out to God and say, help. I am at my wits' end. God, if you don't come right now, I'm done. Like literally been that low. And by the grace of God, it was like the Holy Spirit just came down. He just blessed me like, this is what you do, daughter. This is what you do. This is how you get out of this. Now, I don't care what nobody says, but it was teaching and learning, teaching myself these different skills and learning. Yay. That's what got me to where I'm going now. And I kept praying. I said, God, I really need like-minded people to be around me. It's cool to have the class clowns around you. It's cool to be the class clown. It's cool to be that cool person. But there's going to come a time in business, along this business journey that's kind of like this. It's literally like this. When you're going to need a place to go to with like-minded people that can say, girl, I know exactly what you're talking about. Man, let me tell you. I had this customer coming here. They put an order in for 50 shirts. I spent hours making those 50 custom shirts for this brand owner. And when it came time for them to finish their payment, man, they ain't pay me the rest of my money. I'm about to lose it. I'm about to go online. I'm about to tell them all because they're a content creator too. That's when the group comes together and say, wait, whoa. Wait a minute. Hold on. Before you go there, let's talk about it. Let's have a meeting. Let's have a come to Jesus moment. Wait a minute. Hold on. Because it could be, thank you so much, PIA. Thank you so much. I appreciate you too. Thank you. And I'm trying to tell you, before you just go off, we need to come together as a member, as a team. And let's have this come to Jesus moment. Let's look at what we could do. Exactly, Tay. Flag on the play. What can we do before you do that? Because doing that, going off like that could cost you your reputation, could cost you your business, could cost you future sales. What could we have done beforehand? Let's start there. Because sometimes you need a cooler brain. You need somebody that can calm you down. Because we all have moments, Lord knows I do, where I'm up here. I'm like, I'm about to go off. I'm about to go ham. But I thank God for cooler heads around me. And I realize not everybody has that. Not everybody has that. And I was the queen of going off. I was the queen. If you hit me, I'm hitting you back. I'm getting my lick back. Like there was no questions, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You act up in public, I'm going to check you in public. And that's why I thank God for Jesus. Because I had to learn, Kim, you have way more to lose now. You can't just be going off the deep end, or you can't be jumping off the bridge with these people. You can't be going there. Because trust me, I can go there. I'm that person that will not curse. I will not say a bad 4-letter word at you. But I will say so many words to you, it will feel like I just said those words to you. Because my mouth is slick. My mouth is definitely a weapon of mass destruction. And I know this about myself. And so I do everything in my power just to click the X. I'm going to go on and get off of here, Kim. I'm going to get off the computer. I'm going to leave my whole office. Because if I don't, my tongue is going to get going. And it's going to be a whole lot. Watch out, watch out, watch out. It's just going to be ugly. What's that song from way back in the, I used to listen to rock music. My husband used to listen to this song all the time. I think it was on a commercial. But it's an actual song. And the song is like, let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. That was me. It was like, that was me. I held no punches. You come for me, I'm coming back. And that was just it. But I thank God for Jesus. It has now been I am a living testimony of what God can do. Hey, Love and Live, thank you for being here. Hey, Grow with Hudson, thank you for being here. But God has really did a work on me because, boy, I tell you, sometimes I'll hear stuff even now. And I hear somebody try to be slick even now. And I'll just be like, Kim, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But there's one thing you will not see me do. And that is go up on somebody else's panel and act just completely like I don't have the sense that God gave me. I'm not doing that. And I'm here to tell every one of y'all, don't do that. You don't have to handle everything public in front of everybody, especially if you're building a brand. You don't want that reputation. You don't want that associated with your brand. You don't want that to cause you business. It's not worth it. If y'all can't talk about it, talk it out as adults, then somebody click off. If they're not leaving, you leave. Because you have to know how much value there is in your business and your reputation. And people clip videos nowadays. So you can sit there and think, okay, nobody's going to share this. Nobody's going to hear it. The only people that's heard it are the people that were in the room. No, people share things. We share each other's stuff. Like y'all have shared this live stream. So anything I have said, some people that's probably not even here are going to hear it later in the replay, right? So if I say something crazy, they're going to hear it in the replay. They can probably clip it and do whatever they want to. And I can't sit there and say, well, I didn't say that. Oh, I didn't mean, no, because now you got to backtrack. You ain't trying to do all that, right? Govern yourself accordingly. Your reputation will precede you because there are people right now. I am being warned. Do not go to their channel. Do not engage in their content. All because these people now have this bad reputation. I've had people tell me to even block them from my channel so they can't see my content. I don't even know these people. They sending me links to people's channel and everything in my inbox. I'm like, what's going on? Nah, Tim, you don't need to be associated with them. I've seen other people have seen in my chat or have seen me in somebody else's chat and warned me about the people in somebody else's chat or the people that's in my chat. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Oh yeah, they went over to somebody else's channel and they did this. I'm like, okay, reputations are preceding people. So y'all need to be careful how you're showing up online. So if you're a part of a panel, if you're having a live stream, who's Eleanor? Who's Eleanor? Hey, Eleanor. Whoever Eleanor is. Okay, anyway, back to what I was saying. I saw the chat. When it comes to your reputation, we need to be aware that there are multiple ways that you can actually mess up your own reputation. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up with this. One of the ways is addressing negativity with negativity. If you're on live and somebody comes in your chat, oh, okay. I was like, who is Eleanor? If someone comes in your chat and they're being rude, they're being aggressive, they're saying whatever's on their mind, you don't have to address that. You don't have to meet that negativity with negativity. You can simply, if your moderators don't catch it, you can simply just kick them right out the chat and keep it moving. You don't have to address that. Because remember that saying, misery loves company? If that person is miserable, they looking for somebody else to get in that boat with them. Don't be the one to get in the boat with them. You can control that. So don't let people pull you out of character. Just keep it moving. All right? So, in your replays, on your videos, if somebody leaves something negative, just delete it. Remember, you're the host. That's your channel. Delete it. You don't have to go toe to toe with them. Because if anything, people are going to look at you, not them. Anyway, especially if you have more to lose than they do, just keep it moving. Exactly, Jared. Just delete it out of my comments. They ain't got time for that. Your opinion is not of my concern. That's none of my business. And mine's my business. You do whatever you want to. You can say whatever you want to. I'm just going to delete it, and you're not going to stop anything. Later on this year, I'm going to share it just with my members. I can't share it now. I can't share it until after, well, I ain't going to say when, because they may be listening. I'll show it later on, just with my members, though. I'm going to show y'all some nasty texts. No, they're not texts. They're Instagram messages that I've received from people. One person got so mad at me that they called me out of my name. And I'm going to tell y'all the full story about what happened and all of that to let y'all know you don't have to give in to negativity. I did not give them the energy they wanted to get from me. They went on my Instagram, tried to get it out of me. I just deleted the comment. I could have given them everything and more that they wanted from me. Trust. I could have read them and drugged them down the street like behind a car. I could have went there. But I didn't. Because I've learned the power of silence. I didn't give them the energy. I just deleted them and blocked them, and I haven't heard from them since. I don't have to worry about it anymore. But I want to show you all. Oh, they tried it. And they were wrong. It's 2 left shoes. They tried it. Like I said, I'm going to save it for my members. Because I want to show y'all that you don't have to meet negativity with negativity. You can hold your head up, square out your shoulders, and strut that thing out. What does that song say? Walk it out. You can walk it out. And leave them there with all them emotions and all that negativity by themselves. I don't give in to that. You don't like me? Fine. Keep it moving. I don't care. I really don't. Because I have outgrown the opinions of other people a long time ago. So I don't care. Your thoughts are your thoughts. You own that. I don't have to own that. I'm not taking partnership with you in that. That's on you. You've made me your problem. You're not my problem, but you've decided to make me your problem. And I'm not coming into conjunction with you on that. We're not shaking hands on that. You can have that. You can have all of that. But at the same token, realize you don't want me to be your problem. When I was baptized, that old person went down in that water, supposedly. And it's been some people that's tried to come to that place and try to be like clear with a set of paddles and try to resurrect her. And I have done everything in my power and with the Holy Spirit backing me to keep my hands on her and keep her in that water. And I tell people, let her stay where she is. She is dead and buried and stinking, as my grandma would say. I'm not letting her come up out of the water. I have too much to lose to allow her, because she is, she's dangerous. That's why I had to let her stay in the water. Let her stay sleeping, dead, buried, sand on her, everything. She down there, y'all. Been down there for a good little while. So I have to tell people, I'm not going to go there with you. I could. And for years, I remember this lady told me that, and she was like, Kim, you have to outgrow the opinions of other people. And I kept saying, no, I'm not doing that. That's going to make me look like a punk. I ain't no punk. Right? Hood all day, y'all. And I had to learn. I don't have to meet that. Hey, Blue, how you doing? I don't have to meet that. I control that. I control me. I control my reactions. I can't control what other people say and what other people do. I can't do that. That's God's job. I can't do that. But I can control me. I can control my reactions. I can control my non-reaction. I can just control that. I can leave. I can ghost people. I can do all that. I don't have to be around you. You ain't got to be around me. I'm not sleeping with you. You're not paying my bills. You're not one of my kids. We don't owe each other nothing. Go about your business. Because that's what I'm going to do. So why in the world would I allow your thoughts and your sayings cause me to meet that energy because that's what you want? I'm not doing it. If that makes me look like a monk, then oh well, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. But that's fine, because God can fight my battles way more successfully than I can. So I just take you and put you in his hand. And when he chastises you and whatever he does to you, that's between you and him. But I just don't want that to happen to me. I've been beat up by God enough. I'm tired of taking these spankings. And he has allowed me to build a business and build a brand and have a strong enough brand message and a reputation that precedes me in a positive manner. I'm not jeopardizing that. I'm not jeopardizing that. Oh, no, not now. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Don't say that, love and live. I'm not doing that, Lord. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm trying to stay right here today. Me and God had a good talk. Because I said, we're going to stay right here today. Because y'all know sometimes this thing can turn and then y'all be like, is that preacher Kim out? I'm nobody's preacher. I'm just a messenger used by God. And at any moment he can turn it down. Now it has happened and I'll be over here like this. I have to go back and look at the replay like, oh my goodness. Oh, wow. So yeah, no, we can turn it. I'm telling you, yesterday I started to go live and y'all, it was a word. Whew. And I said, okay, God, okay. But yeah, I just wanted to come on today. You guys have been rocking with me. Thank y'all for the ones that are still in here. Thank you so much for being here. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know, hey, Sift in Some Soil, thank you for being here. I just want to let you guys know, whenever you show up in your business, whatever manner, whether it's live streaming, creating content, whether your videos are no-face videos where you're just showing your hands, you're creating something, or whether you're showing yourself and you're showing people how to do stuff, you're teaching, you're educating people, you're, just kicking it, you're joking off with people, you're just having fun on your channel. Show up as you. Always be yourself. Never let another person bring you out of character, no matter where you are, especially if you're a CEO, a real business owner. If you're a business person, do what you do. But just stop telling people you do business. That's all I ask. If you're a business person, meaning somebody that claims to be doing business, but you ain't doing nothing but doing some underhanded stuff and you just trying to throw spaghetti at the wall and see if it sticks, that's a business person. You don't know what you're doing. You out here faking the funk. Stop. That's my request. Stop. Get somewhere and learn something. Sit yourself down somewhere, shut your mouth, and learn how to run a business. Learn how to show up the way you want people to perceive you. That's all I'm asking. But for the real business people, the ones that are really listening, the ones that are learning, and the ones that are actually taking the education that they are learning and doing something with it, you are taking actions in your business. You are serious about this thing. Don't let anybody at any point of your journey bring you out of character. If a disagreement happens, handle that stuff offline. Take it behind the scenes. I don't care how heated it gets. Just leave. If somebody was up here with me and then somebody else was up here and they got into it, as the host, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. So that way, if you ever come on panel, you already know my finger is always over the X. I'm always over the X. If things get crazy, I'm kicking y'all out. I'm not letting y'all finish that out on my pedal. I'm kicking you out. Handle that on your channel. Handle that on their channel. You're not doing that over here. As the host, as the CEO of your channels, you have that right. Don't let people be up there acting like they don't have good sense that God gave them. Let them take that somewhere else. You have a brand to protect. And if you're a CEO, remember that. Your reputation should be very important to you. How your customers perceive you, it should be very important to you. It's not always about your products. It's not always about your service. It's not about your courses. It's not about any of that stuff. It's about you. You're the face of that company. Your product could be the bomb. Your product could cure cancer, okay? But people will never know it if you, the CEO, have a bad reputation. They'll never know it. Nobody's going to partner behind you. Nobody's going to support you because you as a CEO have a bad reputation. I have seen it time and time again, and I don't want it to happen to you. So let's be mindful about what we're doing out here. So I'm going to wrap this up. Any questions? Anybody have any questions, any statements? If you want to join the membership, the join button is right there. We would love to have you. I'm going to do a video tomorrow letting you guys know when we're going to come together. And so, what did I say? I done told you. Stop playing in my chat, Tay. I told you. And so, anybody have any more questions, anything? I look forward to meeting with you, my new members. Thank y'all so much. Get your questions together. Let's get this thing popping. Let's get this thing going. I don't see any questions. I'm looking at both my chats here. Oh, but y'all just wait. Boy, I can't wait. How many more days we got before the football season? I think we're going to be doing the preseason pretty soon. I haven't even checked the calendar for this season. I've been busy. But oh, man. Okay, Marco, you can always join the membership. All right, sounds good, Micro. Sounds good. What's Thursday? What's Thursday, Jared? I see you said Thursday. What's that? What's that about? But yeah, any question? Anybody have anything? Is there any topic y'all want me to address? That's a good question from me to y'all. Is there a topic you want me to address? Is Thursday is when it's supposed to start, Jared? Is what you're trying to tell me? Any topic, business topic, life topic, y'all want me to discuss? Oh, while y'all are thinking about that, I gotta tell y'all what happened. I think I may have rubbed the feathers of a lawyer a little bit because somebody came back in my inbox and said that their lawyer, they had taken my video and showed it to their to their attorney, and their attorney sent them back a face with like the sideways, like, like one of those. And so they were like asking them, was I wrong? And they were like, no. She's not wrong. And so they said that they believe that their lawyer's feathers got ruffled because of the level of information I was giving out about trademarks. And so I was like, wow, that's crazy. Because I'm noticing that YouTube is now starting to put some of my videos right in the same area where lawyer videos are that are IP attorneys. So I saw that the other day and I was like, oh, wow. Okay. Oh, goodness. Well, I made it. Let me stop. But yeah, that was interesting to see. You are more than welcome, Tiny Twist. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank each and every one of y'all for being here. I hope I've said something to make you think the next time you decide to go live, or next time you decide to do anything publicly or privately. Remember your brand. Remember how much value it has. And remember, you are the face of that brand. And anything you do can make or break that brand. So you got to think larger than the people you see here online. Not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to like your products. Not everybody's going to buy your products. Okay? Stop getting mad at people and trying to twist people's arms into buying your products. They may not do it. It's okay. You're going to be okay. But my members will learn the gaps. You're going to learn how to get over that, around that. You're going to learn what to do next, what to change, what to add, what to let go of. That's something I had to learn too. That just because you can do something don't mean you should be doing it. I had to learn that the hard way. Wasting all this time buying stuff and doing all this stuff and realizing my target audience didn't even want that. That wasted all that time and all that money. Y'all, oof. We'll talk about it in the membership. We'll talk about it. Thank you so much, Unbiased. Thank you for being here, Queen. Facts, passionately intrigued arts. Facts. This will not, it will not be the first time I ruffle feathers. Whoo, the stories I can tell. Okay. But hey, it keeps you on your toes. You never can get complacent. They call me the jackhammer. They call me the Brillo pad for a reason. Okay, I was built for this. It's what I do. It's what God has created me to do. Yes, Jerry, you certainly can. Just let me know. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. If there are no questions, if all hearts and minds are clear. Okay. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. I am the Educated Natural. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't already, please make sure you have liked, left me a comment, and of course, subscribe so you can be a part of the family here. And of course, if you want to, if you find it in your heart and God has told you this is the place where you need to be on a deeper level, you can simply join my membership. If you want to find out more about me and what I have to offer, you can visit my website at www.theeducatednatural.com. And I would be glad to have a free 15-minute consultation with you and find out what's going on and how can I help you. Well, if there is no more questions, if everybody is doing great and ready to go, here is my closing to you. I pray that God blesses you for generations to come. Everything you touch is blessed. You are blessed. Your sons and daughters are blessed. Your great-grandchildren, your grandchildren, your children are blessed. Everybody around you is blessed. And everything you touch will be prosperous. In the name of Jesus, that is my prayer for you. Until the next time God allows us to meet, as I always say, be blessed. Continue to be a blessing to one another. And until the next time God allows us to come together one more time, enjoy your journey. Be blessed, everybody.